Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Gianda, and welcome back to Operation Freedom Briefings. The goal of these briefings and my weekly radio show, Operation Freedom, which airs out of the People's Republic of Ann Arbor on Wham Talk 1600 every Sunday from 2 to 5 Eastern, is to provide you information the bought-off lamestream fake media will never touch. The focus of today's briefing is on the controversy, the terrible situation that's developed with Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Folks, this is a bunch of smoke and mirrors. Reportedly, it is a national disgrace, is a potential criminal act that then Senator Sessions met with a Russian ambassador on a couple of occasions. At the time, Senator Sessions was a surrogate of the Trump campaign. He was not a full-fledged member of the Trump campaign. And he was a member of the Senate Armed Services Committee and had met with dozens of ambassadors from dozens of countries about national security issues. He was doing his job. And that's the reason why they are causing a huge amount of chaos and trying to get him removed from his position as Attorney General right now, because he's doing his job as the Attorney General. Look, as we pointed out in previous videos, one of the ways in which the globalists get their way legislatively and influence not only legislation, but what happens around our country and around the world is their use of bribery and blackmail. And in particular, as Robert David Steele has pointed out on our show, Operation Freedom, Robert David Steele being a former CIA operative, they use pedophilia as a means of bribing and blackmailing people around the world, including our own government. It is my understanding that Attorney General Sessions and President Trump have been investigating the pedophile human trafficking situation in our country and around the world. In fact, President Trump a week ago held a conference at the White House on human trafficking. Read that as pedophilia. People in Congress, both sides of the aisle, are absolutely petrified that they will be implicated in this disgrace and in this criminal activity. They need a way to get rid of him, and they're using this fake controversy of meeting with the Russians, a Russian ambassador, while he was on the as a member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, as a means of getting him out and trying to get somebody else in that they could adversely influence to block the pedophile investigation. Don't buy into the lamestream fake media's reporting on this. Now, if there's so much outrage, where was the outrage when Obama was speaking with Medved at a conference in Europe, when he said to Medved, just let Putin know that I'll have more flexibility after the next election? That's a problem. That sounds like collusion with a foreign government. Or where was the outrage when it became fact that it was known that Hillary Clinton, as Secretary of State, sold 20% of the uranium supply of the United States of America to Russia, all in exchange for a $145 million donation to her foundation, to the Clinton Foundation? That is criminal. That is a controversy. Or where was the outrage that Bill Clinton was given $500,000 to give one speech in Moscow on behalf of a bank that was involved in this sale of uranium from the United States to Russia? Or where was the outrage that Hillary's campaign chairman and a person that was integral in Bill Clinton's presidency, John Podesta, his lobbying group was the only lobbying and marketing firm, Podesta Group, that was lobbying on behalf of Russia for the purchase of the uranium from the United States, and were paid $140,000. There was no outrage from the lamestream fake media. They didn't hardly even touch it or report it. And they still avoid it to this day. Why? Because they are owned by the globalist syndicate, as are the Clintons and Podesta and Obamas and the Bushes and you name it. But the one guy who isn't is Trump. And people within his administration like Bannon, which is why they're trying to get rid of him, and Sessions. And Sessions is hot on the trail of their pedophile network run by the globalists. And that's what this controversy is all about. Bottom line. If you want more information of this nature, please tune into our Sunday show, Operation Freedom. It airs every Sunday live from 2 to 5 Eastern. You can stream the show at davejanda.com, wham, W-A-A-M, radio.com. I always have the podcast available for you by 9 p.m. every Sunday at davejanda.com. Until next time, this is Dave Janda signing off. Dream big and dare to fail.